It's totally copying all the wrong screen. All this has to go here now. There we go. So I'm going to be looking over here for the stream. Thanks everybody for coming. Yeah, I bought new equipment for the computer today, and it turns out now going live that it's going to be using this screen for my Hangout instead of this lovely screen where my camera is. So thanks everybody for coming tonight. We've got Maya, we've got Artie, we've got Wildheart, and we've got Heretic. Apologies for the late start. As I say, I was fucking about with some tech earlier, and it seems to have fucked everything up. But yeah, we're here, we're live, it seems to be working, and we've got folk watching. So before we were coming on, we were over in Wildheart. Heretic, if anyone doesn't know Heretic, we were just describing them as an edgelord. So does anyone in the chat know what an edgelord is? Do they know what the idea of an edgelord is? Maya, what do you think an edgelord is? Because you knew what I was talking about when I described Heretic as that. So you do that while I fix everything.
Oh, well, I mean, my definition is pretty short and sweet. It's kind of a internet contrarian, someone who's kind of provocative just for the sake of being provocative.
You used big words to describe the big word.
He's a big meanie.
For the shits and giggles of it.
There you go.
If you're standing over some shit that has been stirred, that's the person that's holding the stick.
So what's the difference between an edgelord and a troll? Could an edgelord be a troll?
An edgelord can be a troll.
An edgelord I would consider...
You could talk about an edgelord as kind of a subset of a troll, but yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the Venn diagram. They can overlap, but they don't necessarily have to.
Yeah, all trolls... No, would there be a Venn diagram? Sorry for all this flashing about people. It's just the way... I would say an edgelord would be a professional troll. Because a troll could be anyone that jumps into the chat. Like, my definition of a troll is someone who has such a strong opinion, regardless of whether it's there or relative or not, but is making a point to have their opinion heard so they can be drawing attention from the stream. Right. They take attention from the stream and everyone starts talking about them rather than what they're talking about or the topic. Then I feel that that's that troll has won. But an edgelord, in my opinion, would be a professional troll that knows what to say just in one line. Doesn't waste his fucking time. Just, that's it. Done. Few wee follow-ups.
Surely a professional troll would be a troll that gets paid. That's what makes you professional.
Well, professional, in my opinion, makes you damn good at it. And doing it not for a living, but as your life.
Like, professionally stupid isn't somebody that gets paid to be stupid.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about edgelords, it's like they also know how to, like, skirt the edges, too. Like, I know being provocative enough to not get kicked from the chat.
Yeah. So people don't realize you're a troll.
Yeah, it's like kind of like sea lioning. Like, is it? I don't know where we're going here.
Yeah, honestly.
But still, like, shit stirring.
So, right, now that we have all sort of give a definition, and what do you think, Heretic?
That's fine, man.
I find it fascinating to be talked about as if I'm not here.
No, well, you're very quiet.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating. I've heard of the word edgelord. I'd never known what it meant. I'm definitely not a professional troll. Somebody who is a professional troll is somebody like Serb. Serb is an absolute master at a professional troll. He really is. He's fantastic at it. I can be quite contrarian, and I will pick people up on things. But yeah, I didn't really recognize any of those definitions as describing me at all, especially not the one-liner stuff, because once I get going, I just talk shit for God knows how long.
Now, would I be right in saying, Heretic, to give context, me and you have had very little interactions, if at all any.
Very little, if at all any.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I would say that your reputation precedes you.
Okay. Where does that come from?
And you know,
Them.
in all honesty, right?
No,
I have been in the community that long. You've been around long enough as well. I don't know where that came from, which I think Maya summed it up perfectly with, you know, Heretic. Oh, I remember that's a troll or an edgelord or someone. Yeah, I need to avoid that. That's for, you know, not that she said avoid or anything like that. I'm paraphrasing, but that, you know, where she came from when she came in is what I'm going off as well, because we've had very little interactions.
I think what Maya said was, I'm not sure I recognise that name, but I don't think I like it.
Yes. There's a context.
Which was a superb statement to make to somebody you've never spoken to before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Before they've even said anything.
Well, I mean, you don't have to speak to someone to know of them. But I keep thinking, because it was bothering me, and I think the last interaction we had together, I was a mod in the GDC, and you were edgelording.
Right, let's see the camera.
You're
right,
very
no.
ish.
Right, let's not talk about the GDC.
Hold on, now which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the first one, the Steve one, or the one that...
Demi's.
Demi's, aye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Demi's. Oh, that's not the fucking GDC, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's why I
What
was
a-
asking for
What a,
clarity.
what a fake load of shit that was.
Oh, Demi did that.
That was the name of it.
Fake load
I
of
know
shit.
that was the name of it. It was a fake load of bollocks.
How does that look? Does that look better? Am I looking at the camera now? My neck's
Yeah.
going to be sore, but is it better for the audience?
Well, I mean, it's no mankini, but it'll
you
do.
look gorgeous, MathPig.
It's a way better shirt than the one
The
he started
thong
with, and
is
you're all
hanging-
welcome.
The thong is hanging in the radiator in the bathroom, like 5 foot from that door if you want me to go get it, Maya.
The
I
dog?
mean,
You can all go fuck off with my
the
accent.
dollar amount. Don't you need money?
Oh, just to point out, me and Gur are tied with 14 viewers each. So come over here and, you know, double that up with some extra. Load your phone, people. I'm up to 15. Fuck you, Gur.
Get it.
That's probably Gur himself coming over to check. Anyway, Heretic. So, making that statement that your reputation precedes you.
Well, I mean, hey, as you say, I've been around quite a long time, and I do wind people up, and they don't like that. I like to know enough about a subject to be able to ask very, very pertinent questions, and I listen to the answers very, very carefully to see whether the person actually answered the question or not, and if they didn't, well,
So you're pedantic, you're not an edgelord.
I think that's a better definition.
I think that's sort of a...
But you're kind of tenacious about it, right? It's like, you didn't answer my fucking question. You need to do that.
No. If they didn't answer the question, then I ask the question again. And I let them know they didn't answer the question. Because when you're having a conversation, you've got ways of doing it. You can be a politician and you can try and waffle on and not answer the question at all, but everybody just sort of slides over everybody because everyone's bored shitless with it. Or you actually, in the conversation, you address the things that are raised. And if somebody doesn't address the things that are raised, you're going, well, we're having a debate or a discussion here, which is about this topic. I asked you a question and you've not said anything about it in the answer. So where is the answer to that?
But yeah, I would be very direct in my answers, and not that I do it deliberately to be an asshole. It's just a function of who I am. It's the way I was raised. It's the way my... not so much on the internet because but in real life, you know, it can be very difficult, especially as I've explained to the girlfriend. You need to be very particular when you're asking me a question. You know, it's like, does this outfit look good on me? No, the one you wore yesterday's probably nicer. You know, she's going to get an honest answer from me. It's, you need a word, and I'm very straight. Stop laughing, Maya. She loves me anyway.
I do. I'm kind of like the girl whisperer for MathPig.
My audio's cutting out because I'm looking over here away from the mic, and there's a fucking gap on it. Should be better now.
I'm just wondering, MathPig, whether one of your answers would be, it doesn't matter what you wear.
You see, that is also true. But if you ask me a specific question, you will get a specific answer.
Yeah,
as with you,
I think you interpreted what I meant in exactly the opposite manner that I meant it.
What I mean is, when you say when you require a direct answer to a question you're asked, that for me is my standard. Where you find an awful lot of people miss and run around and try not to answer the question because they're maybe afraid to say it, or because they're worried about how it sounds, or for whatever reason they don't directly answer your question. For me to directly answer your question is the standard.
Absolutely, I agree with you. What I find is people are often trying to come up with arguments and produce arguments where they don't necessarily know the topic that well, but they're indoctrinated within it. And so asking questions within that topic, if they don't know the answer, instead of saying I don't know, they try to
waffle on.
Answer a different question. Waffle on. Yes.
Just to check is my audio better now that the mic is directly in front of me? If anyone wants to check out my Amazon wish list and buy me a fucking new mic for Christmas, feel free. But up until then, this is what you got to deal with. And the dog with the Kong in the background.
Big dogs get big bones. It's sorry.
Yeah, it's good now. Yeah, it should be good now. Needs to be right in
Wood
front
floors
of my
on a crawl space, very loud.
No, I mean, I'm kind of the same where I prefer direct, and I don't know, dealing with like all the fuckers on the internet, plus being an HR director, I'm like, just get to the point, you know. I realize that most people aren't like that, but I don't know, it makes it so much easier if I could just be like, hey, I need to know this, and you can be like, all right, here's what happened, rather than, you know, okay, well, now I have to sugarcoat this and hope you get the hint, and nobody ever gets the fucking hint.
No, they don't.
Then I have to do this roundabout way of trying to figure out how to get pull the answer out of you without pissing you off.
Sometimes it's not even pissing you off. Like, I've had an incident where in a manager's position, right? So I'm at work. Mm-hmm. I've been flat out all day. It's maybe 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm getting my fucking breakfast because we've been that busy, right? And there's a lady has come in a very specific vehicle which needs a weird ass tire size, which I do keep in stock, but it's an expensive brand and it's been up there for quite a while. So she goes for her lunch and I give this opportunity to go and get fed myself. And when she comes back, she complains that the tires have dust on them and they don't look new like all the ones on display, and wants different ones. And my bluntness come out, and it's just like, they've been laying up there for 6 months, this, that and the other, to the point where she whinged, and I walked over, wet a cloth under the hose, rubbed the side of it and went, is it clean enough for you now? Are you happy with it? And she broke down and cried. Right? Yeah. I felt awful there.
Yeah, you might have been a dick.
I was a bit of a dick. I was a bit of a dick. Like,
coming from somebody who knows what that is, you might have been a dick.
I was a bit of a dick, yeah. But I'm blunt. I don't really give a shit. You know, this is the way they go.
It's an interesting example. Maya, as an HR director, do you actually employ different tactics based on the sex of the person that you're dealing with? If they're male or if they're female? Do you have an automatic preconception of this person is like this because they're a bloke, or this person's like this because they're a woman? Irrespective of gender, it's whatever it is that they're choosing. But do you come with preconceptions of it, and do people act differently in your view as an HR director? Do you have
100%.
to approach things
Yeah,
differently?
I try. I mean, I've been doing this for 17 years, so I try not to bring my preconceived notions into a conversation. I try to get to know everybody and see what tactics other people are using on them, and people are people, so you can kind of figure out what's the best strategy when you have to have difficult conversations with them. However, yeah, it's generally, there's so many factors that go into it. When you're dealing with a multi-generational workforce, you have to talk to 20-somethings different than you do 60-somethings. You have to talk to Black people different than you talk to white people. You have to talk to African Americans different than I have to talk to Africans. And then there's also socioeconomic. If I'm talking to a Black woman who, like me, was raised upper middle class, it's going to be different than if I was talking to someone
You're not from
who
the
was
ghetto.
from Baltimore on the west side. So
You're not from the ghetto.
I'm not. I know, and it pisses so many people off because it's hard to put me into a black box. But I am very stereotypical for
I put you in a
an
pink
American middle class person.
Put you in a
Nobody
little
puts
pink box.
baby in a box.
Can there be? What was it you were singing earlier, Wildheart? Little pink fluffy.
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Okay, can we put you in a box with little pink fluffy unicorns on it? You like little pink fluffy unicorns?
Don't fucking do it. I am telling you on behalf of all that is good and wonderful in this world, do not fucking do it.
Speaking of weird and wonderful, my mother's in the chat, right? And my mother has literally known me for my entire life. And she just said, there's blunt and there's rude. So do I run that line, mother? Or where would Pork Granny put Robbie? Am I blunt or am I rude?
I don't think you can be one without riding the line of the other.
And crossing over into it occasionally.
Yeah. Sometimes I slip.
Just fall over.
Yeah, and just somehow end up 3 or 4 meters that direction, just totally by accident. It's very slippery.
Well, kind of. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to filibuster, but
No.
when I think being blunt is more of something that's objective, where being rude is more subjective.
Now, in saying that, right, I would disagree with that in a certain point. The reason I would say that is, Gur, get off my lawn. He's fucking linking. A damn bot's got Gur's fucking link in the chat. What's
Gur's got his own stream going. What the fuck?
Piss off, Gur's streams. Thank you, Titan Uranus. I'll say that because you're sticking up for me.
Titan wants you to say his name.
That's only the third time.
No. You just gotta say his name.
Right? No. Don't let me lose my trail of thought. This is the way my brain works. Sorry.
Same Titan said.
Sorry, my bad.
Right. Yes, my trail of thought being, I have said things to people in response to, as Heretic would have said, ask a question, get a direct answer. For me, I would not only give that direct answer, but in the answer, as in I'm trying to be as particular to doing that to give the best representation of your answer. You say things that are rude. Now, in my mind, I'm being clear and precise, and I'm explaining my exact point of view so that there's no mistaking. But when it comes across using the words, the other person is like, that, they take it as rude. So to get used to me, to be a good friend to me, to get used to me, you know, I'll say things that will be to your ears rude or ignorant if anyone else said it to you. But from me, I try to put across I'm just being.
I think one of the things that happens to I brutally blunt, weird. I think one of the things that happens is that if you are just brutally honest to begin with, if you're not leaving anything to vulgarity at all, and then somebody asks you to repeat it and be more clear, I think at that point I tend to be irritated because I have done exactly what you've already asked of me, and now you're asking me to somehow put a spin or a flourish on it that edifies your absolute curiosity or maybe what you thought that I was going to say. And I think that's the point at which I tend to cross right into being a dick. Perceptively.
I think these are fascinating differentiations. I really do. If you just look at the terminology of equality, okay, I get the feeling that MathPig's equality is everybody gets the bloody same thing from me. You're listening to me. This is my line. I'm giving you it. It's clear. It's precise. You can do what you like. Whereas from Maya's equality is about an inclusivity and a diversity acceptance of I will treat everybody equally, but I will speak to them in different ways to get the message across in the best way that gets it through that they will accept. And there's a differentiation there. And they're both completely valid and they both mean exactly the same thing, but one is taking a sort of empathy role and the other one is taking an objective role. MathPig, you're objective, bang, this is the reality.
Yeah.
Maya, you're empathetic, you're explaining the reality in a way that you think they will accept in a better way. That's how I perceive it. And it's
I
you're
have
trying
done
to do
that.
the same thing.
I think there's a really good chance that the two of you have different love languages as well.
But don't get me wrong, as a manager and stuff like that and having to deal with people and staff and all, as a manager for like 15 years, always threatened to kill the customers. You know, that was just one example I used. So I can do what Maya does, but Maya would do it more naturally, where if you just speak to me and me not thinking, I'll give you the answer. Where if I have to do what Maya has to do, I'd have to sit down and go, right, I can't tell them they're fucking shit at their job. I have to tell them they're good at this, and then tell them that this other person might hire them. You know, I have to think about it and plan ahead. Where with Maya, it would maybe come across like that. But with me out thinking, especially my first 20 minutes when I'm awake, I am an asshole my first 20 minutes awake. Especially if it's not a set time, like work or whatever. Wake me in abruptly. I literally do not have a filter. I mean, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, go fuck yourself. You fucking I'm an asshole.
I think that's the first 20 hours, not the first 20 minutes. The first 28 hours you're awake, you're like that.
And then saying I only sleep about 4 nights. Thanks.
So you and the girlfriend live together now, do you?
Yeah. The question to your girlfriend, MathPig, is, does my personality look good in this?
The question being, I would say you could ask her yourself, but she's not watching the stream because me earlier. So
she likes to dress him in purple and white stripes. That's what she likes.
Trying to help her with something, and
I like purple and white stripes. I'm just going to say that.
It just didn't look good on him. I'm sorry. I made him take it off.
I'm trying to help her with something, and she sent me a picture of her slipping and being happy about it. And I was like, I don't know why you're saying that to me, because all I'm going to do is fucking complain and whinge at you. Don't want to try anymore. That's fine. Just don't fucking ask me for my support.
Wait, was that verbatim?
No.
No, he's still alive.
That's
verbatim now.
In all honesty, it was a longer conversation. I've condensed it down. I wouldn't say verbatim, but I would say that's probably 90% verbatim. So yeah, she's watching Netflix, and she actually said, do you know what she's doing? She's watching 365 on Netflix with her toys while I'm streaming here live, just to annoy me. I am so in the bad books because I'm honest And because I say these things, even people who like me find it difficult sometimes.
So for our benefit,
That's a fact.
for our
Figuring out how
benefit,
someone
you
has-
remove
I
the
mean-
expletives.
Sorry, Hertech, I didn't hear you.
For our benefit, you remove the expletives.
Did I?
I think
Wow,
it's just
that
being concise.
Yeah, like
No,
if
but
she
I mean,
is.
I'm not saying that you have to sugarcoat things, but figuring out the best way to communicate a message to someone isn't necessarily not being honest.
It's just rude. And with a brick. Like, I feel sometimes if I could make a metaphor and someone asked you, Maya, would you please convey to me, write them a nice little email or a nice letter if they're of an older generation so they get it. If it's me, I'm tying it to a brick and throwing it through their living room window. Now, the wording is exactly the same, and we're both trying to help the person. The difference is they read yours going, isn't that nice? She used a fancy. Look at mine and went, they broke my fucking window.
Delivery is what you're saying. It's about delivery, right?
Yes.
I have a lot of
Delivery is
bricks. I have a lot
And
of
that's
bricks.
why Maya works in human resources like that.
Well, I mean,
She
it's
knows
not
how to
even that.
deliver
There's
messages.
what you want and there's a way to get it, right? So when someone says something to me or when I have to deliver information that I'm that they're not going to that could potentially not be taken well, let's say constructive criticism, there's my goal, which is them not cussing me out, or quitting or on the spot and whatever. And so how do I get to that end goal? What is it going to take for them to continue to contribute to our relationship, whatever that is, in the same manner, but still do the thing that I need them to do? And again, as with all things, there's what you want and there's a way to get it. And then everything outside of that does not get you what you want. So it's, I don't know. Every time something comes at me, I'm thinking grand plan. What's the end goal? And then I kind of work back to figure out how I get there.
Yeah, I figure out the fastest way to get there.
Yeah.
No bullshit,
You can
just
do a
cut the
straight
bullshit.
line and mow down every building in your path.
Well, not
Yeah,
every building.
it's quick.
Okay, there's two things my mother has just posted in the chat. I find you difficult and I give birth to you. And the other is you get more sugar. You get more with sugar than spice. But it depends what your definition of sugar is. Sugar to me is the best information you can get. I don't
If
want
you're
to
an
hug you.
addict.
But I think when people think sugarcoating, they're thinking, oh, I have to lie or I have to blow smoke up your ass. And it's not. I mean, what I'm talking about is completely different. Like, for instance, when I can't remember what happened, but you DM'd me a couple of months ago because there's a topic. It was like a woman's topic, and you had a sausage fest.
Yeah,
and,
I know there's not enough strong women in the fucking community.
Sure.
Fuck off, all right?
But I know that there's a woman in the community that had a really visceral response to it. Told you what for, and I don't think you guys were talking for a couple of weeks.
For context, there was only available at that time. Now there's 9.
So glad there was a rest of that word.
There's 9 available slots tonight because we do have more in StreamYards. But at the time there was only 6. It was a debate with 2 moderators and 2 people debating. Okay, so that was set up straight away. There was 4 people on. Then the after party was available, and there was 2 slots open. So I do believe that I gave one to David Worley, who doesn't be around that often, and I popped the link in the chat, and Jefferson joined. So yes, it was 6.
A bunch of white men go around. Gotcha.
It was a bunch of white men, but just to give context, 4 slots were gone. I promised Dave Worley the next time I went live.
It's not the point, though, right? I mean, women's issues are men's issues. I don't have a problem with men having opinions on women's issues. We're expressing them on women's issues, but perhaps there should be a woman in the mix. Now, I do love that you have 2 women in the chat today. That's not normal for you. However,
Fucking
Like,
is
the point
normal.
is-
It was fucking normal on Saturday
Are
when
you
the two
saying-
women here.
I'm usually the only girl in here, Robbie.
Let's be
Are
let's
you-
let's be
are you
fair.
stealing my
Right. No, I'm
gender?
okay.
Math Pig does not attract women.
Okay, two things I want to be clear here. All right, no, I feel like I'm being put in the spot because I really do fucking try. All right, I'll show
I'm
you
not
the
putting
list.
you in the spot.
No,
I'm
no.
just
I'll
explaining that there was a way that the other
I will
woman
show
brought
you-
it to you, offended you, and you came to me because you knew that there would be a way that I would deliver the information. I felt the same way she did, but you knew that I would be able to deliver the information in a way that was going to be more
Palatable.
Right. Well, here's
Yeah.
my situation. Okay,
Same-
I
with the
texted
same
about
message, though, right?
I texted about 12, maybe 10 or 12 different people tonight, and I would say it is probably 80% male, or no, 60% male to 40% women, and none of them come on. Jodie's in the chat. She didn't come on. Phoebe didn't come on. You know, I've texted all these people. What do you want me to do?
That's it. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I think
But the fact
two
that
women,
you said
four men, it's
the
good
fact
mix.
that you said that
and
it's
we're not talking
unusual.
about women's issues today, so I mean it's moot.
The fact that you said that it's unusual for there to be two women on my panel.
Is that statistically sound, though?
It's still a dig. Let's be fair.
That's a
I
dig.
You're a dig.
It was.
No.
Maybe
I
it's-
say this
it
to
was.
most of
Maybe
the
it's
men
one.
on YouTube, and I don't. Man, I'd be really surprised if most of the men on YouTube haven't heard this. I mean,
No,
it's just,
I've
there
heard
just
this.
are more men.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
I
we've
can
all.
get you some fabulous female karaoke singers.
Sandy's saying it's statistically sound.
Yeah.
Okay, Sandy, you've just went and looked at all my streams and my panels, and you know.
Robbie, we've never felt like you didn't cultivate an environment where women feel safe. I don't think that that's the
That's
point
not
that
right.
Maya's making at all. It just, we do have to, you know, and if you're
Yes,
sending out the
and my-
invites and it's 40% of the invites that you send out are to women, I'll take your word for it. I see your tags on Twitter. Who
Don't
shows
tag
up though?
anybody on Twitter. I tagged a little.
You did not tonight. I didn't get a tag at all. You didn't tag me anywhere.
Girl,
I found
tag
it on
this-
my
I
own.
literally tagged nobody because I do not need. I don't want them to go and. Don't feel it. No, I don't tag anyone. You look at any of my tweets. I literally tag. Retweet and I like, but I tag nobody. But it did feel.
Trolley Dave.
Hold on. We need to swap and get Trolley Dave in now. Because Dave, give me 1 second. I roll this. We can hear you, although the audience can't see you. Right? As
We
Artie-
can't hear you because you're muted right now, but
Yeah.
Right?
How's it going, people?
Hello.
I texted you earlier, Maya, right?
Mhm.
And I said to you, Maya, would you please give me, and I'm paraphrasing, come and join my panel because there's not enough strong women in the community.
Yeah.
Now, you can say that that's me, woman, or bringing you on for a woman, or doing that, or whatever. But the fucking statement is true. There is less women in the community who are willing to come on to streams. There's less women in the community who have the free time to do. Because you have real life, and then if any is are unlucky enough to have a boyfriend, you have them or that child to look after too. So you are very busy people.
Yeah,
But when
been
I
saying
said to-
that,
when
like,
you
there's
said
just
to
less
me-
women, period. Yeah.
When you said to me, you know, there's not enough women on, and I said, yes, I've texted them, they don't join, there then was a rant about how I don't have enough women on. The truth, do reach out.
creating these streams that are just that are sausage fest. It was more just an observation that hey, all these streams always turn out to be sausage fest. So me and Maya kind of feel like maybe tokens a little bit.
Yeah, I'd also like to say that I accused it of a dig,
Dude,
not a
right,
rant.
not-
okay.
I didn't call it a rant.
if I-
That's,
hold
that's
on,
not
hold
my
on,
word.
Hold on, I'm gonna jump in here. Right? Me and Maya very, very rarely would. All the fucking time. Bree, I consider you one of my closest goddamn friends who sends me pictures when they wake up in the morning before they've even got up out of fucking bed. And you think I'm having you here because you're a token woman?
No, I said we
Literally
look
just
like
said that. You said
I
you
said
feel
we
that.
I said we rewind the tape. I said we look like tokens up on your panel when that happened. I'm not
Nobody,
saying
no,
it's-
I don't think that anybody thought that you were a token woman in this panel till you said.
I don't think that. No, I say that it'll look like that externally, but that's not.
Can I give my spot up to a woman You can only let a woman come in. I'm very tired. I'm going to have
There
to
is
leave.
more than enough room.
Yeah,
What?
no,
We got-
I'm
we
tired.
got-
What he's saying is that he feels
More
like
slots.
rearranging his furniture.
Yeah, I'm asleep. Here's my thing. Good to see everyone. Thanks, everyone.
Wild hearts of the right mind. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Oh, I think you thought we were seriously getting feisty there for a second. Me
I'm
and
a
Robbie go
little
on and on
offended.
about-
Yeah, I am a wee touch.
By the way,
offended.
when I begged out the other night, my mom had texted me that I needed to go over and fix her running toilet because it was driving my diminished father insane, and he was making her want to do violent things to the dog. So it wasn't because I was bored with the topic.
What was the topic?
I can't remember, but that doesn't mean I wasn't bored.
You nearly got away with that. Arthur.
I know, I was
You
this
nearly
close.
Got away with it. It just didn't
Sorry, I
work.
didn't mean to.
Practically being sincere there for moments.
Yeah.
Fell apart there at the end. Damn it! Fucking dogs.
What are the panels you got coming up, Robbie?
On every
What's the-
Saturday and Richard on a Tuesday.
Yeah, but you got topics lined up though.
No topics. People bring topics. Hence this conversation today.
That's why we're talking about this shit.
That's why I'm a misogynistic fucking wanker cis white male.
And apparently I
There's
tripped over a
Phoebe.
landmine. Like, God damn.
Oh, damn.
This is all your fault.
It's
Oh,
totally their
Phoebe.
fault. You know,
Thank you
take
for
the
coming
blame
in.
for that.
Thank you for
Shit.
coming, being a token woman, Phoebe. Appreciate it.
Hi, Phoebe.
Look at Phoebe looking all sexy. God damn.
Yeah.
No.
You're not. We need you better lit. You look so good when you're better lit.
Heretic, right? Phoebe, no, sorry. Phoebe, have you anything that you would like to add? Give it over to Heretic, who would be slightly an outsider to this group and just watched all of that go off, so I'd like their opinion. Phoebe, as part of the group, token lady, would you like to give your opinion?
Jesus Christ.
As a token tard, tarting around these treacherous parts.
Not in the sauna
There's
though,
nothing
so you're not
token
full
about
tart.
me.
You're not in the sauna, so you're not full tart
No.
tonight.
No, I'm not full tart tonight, but I'm wearing this wonderful top, you see.
I love your
I'm
shirt.
wearing this wonderful. I'm
Oh,
wearing this wonderful
transparent.
top.
Love
you
it.
see.
Oh, and you're in Brighton. Brighton would make a fantastic pride. Brighton's known for their. If anyone in America doesn't know.
Well, Brighton does have a pride, but Big Pride Brighton is a company that makes money. Trans Pride Brighton is a charity that invests the money it makes back into the community. Hashtag Trans Pride Brighton for the win.
Can I come spoon with you? It looks so cozy.
Well, you can fork with me, you can scissor with
Oh.
me, and you can spoon.
You look like an album cover.
I am an album cover.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
am an album cover.
A metal album cover. Now,
Robbie
Heretic.
Bush is here.
What I would say to this tokenistic, nonsensical, half-a-minute bullshit. Yeah, okay, there are fewer birds floating around here
Oh,
because
God.
this is primarily a community made up of blokes. I don't mean there are fewer birds, it just means there's more blokes there. Because this is a bloke community run by blokes, and the bloke up the top attracts more blokes.
Balls.
No, bollocks is what you're
Oh.
supposed to say.
Bollocks
But-
is bad, dog's bollocks is good.
Ball. I said ball.
Correct. Whereas
I was being
bollocks
quite
mean
literal when I
anything.
said it.
But what I would say is Robbie is a wonderful bloke. But Robbie is a wonderful bloke who attracts more wonderful blokes.
That's again. This goes back to what I said.
Hang on. Hang on.
I was a bloke.
I'm
when
going to be
Robbie
really
attracted
gender
me.
stereotypical here. Blokes
Cheater.
attract more blokes, birds attract more birds. Simple as that.
That's true.
There's a
enough.
load of women in my streams, a load of women in my after parties when I have them. Guess what? I'm a bird, I attract more birds. Simple as that.
Yeah, I've been the token guy on other live streams.
Look,
Shut it.
I have to announce something here. Congratulations, Stu. You successfully adulted. Excellent.
Boy, did I adult.
Sandy doesn't buy anything you just said, Philip.
What did I miss?
You know,
Who's Sandy?
when you're plunged into darkness with no explanation, I did have to adult.
Did you
It
fix
was a
your
little
spud?
bit scary.
Robbie,
Did I
who
what?
is Sandy?
Sandy. Everybody knows Sandy. You just don't know you know Sandy.
Okay. If I don't know that I know somebody, therefore I do not know this person.
Well, I'm
I
not
may
going
be
to give
unaware
away
that
their
it's,
ID live on air.
Sandy's my friend. I
See?
know Sandy.
Nobody
You don't know
knows
Sandy?
Sandy. Stu, thank you for joining. I will get back to you in 1 second. Just one question. Are we on the fixed potato?
No. I can
There is
guarantee
no
the answer
such
is
thing
no.
as the fixed potato.
Thought you got parts to fix the potato.
Let's say, oh my gosh, I can't afford parts, you weird Irish person. No, this is the potato that I've caressed and
Gently stroked.
gently pushed. Gently stroked, if you like, that works. Gently stroked so that you guys can accommodate my potato.
Right, lad, your presence is here.
His
On-
presence is here.
All I will say.
Did you bring your
All I will
presents?
say. Is that
Probably
Stu
Dave
is a
hasn't even got a
wonderful
look
human
in yet
being.
either. Right, Heretic, give me your opinion, then I'm going to bounce over to Trolley Dave.
I do not have an opinion on any of the stuff that's been going on for the last 20 minutes.
Well, then that's an opinion then.
It's just a conversation.
Having no
that's it.
opinion is an opinion.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll accept that.
It's
I
like
have,
the
I, have
Rush
a bland,
lyrics.
I have a bland opinion that means nothing. Or maybe I don't even have a bland opinion that means anything.
Do you get a
that's
neutral
it.
opinion?
I don't think it's even neutral. It's just like, it just washed over me. It was like, you all know each other and you were having a conversation. And it's like, okay,
But-
I'll let them have a conversation.
And so, Trolley Dave, we would have similar. We would have the odd interaction, as close as I would be to Maya. You're a white straight man, same. You know, you're so when you're doing your open panels, which you do what once.
We don't do open panels. We haven't
do
even been
Hangouts?
streaming really recently. No, we basically just do a stream with me and Joe and maybe Philip and Luke if they're there.
But it would be an all male
But
panel.
it would be all male, yeah.
Damn, you're not helping my point here, man.
Yeah,
Well, are
that's
you
me,
saying
which is
that you
not
want
very
less male
helpful.
pale spell streams? Is that what you're saying? You want to increase your diversity and be less male pale spell? No. I didn't say force anybody. I didn't say that. I said
I'm being
it's a
feisty now. 'cause
desire of yours.
I'm being a
The-
little feisty because I feel slightly attacked.
The ratios in your stream right now are actually decent. I mean, it's not right now. What's up here on the screen right now disproves everything that me and Maya were saying. We're ribbing you about earlier, so it's okay. We were just giving you a hassle about it because it was a sausage fest at that on that.
You're
stream
just
there.
trying to save it so you can send me fucking nudes later. Calm down. It's
Oh,
fine.
I can send you nudes if I want to.
Look,
But I always
nudes
get permission
should
first.
only be shared through certain specific pay websites that I cannot
So
mention for
unfair.
service violation reasons.
On my new Twitter account, because I've been banninated, the only nudes I get are from Chinese ladies called Bob and from Marty. What the fuck?
Look,
I've
only
been
Bard
hacked
is
again.
A wonderful site, okay? Only Bard is a wonderful site.
Bob is a great guy.
I just think, Bob. Yeah, don't forget about Bob. Bob.
Never forget Bob.
I know, Bob.
Who's Bob?
Artie, you look better with the glasses on. You've been naked all night.
I need to ask Robbie something though.
God, your memory is.
How's your dog?
Your mother must be so embarrassed. That's what I was about to. When I came back in, I wanted to ask Bree to remind me that I have let my dogs outside, and instead, what I'm handed is as a slap in the face with nudes being exchanged. Dogs are great, thank you.
Don't forget to let them back in.
Can I just say
How
one
is
thing
your
real
dog,
quick
Robbie?
though? I just want to clear the air because I feel like everybody understands what I was trying to say or what I was trying to do, but I do want to make it clear that I wasn't trying to like diss you on your own stream. I was just bringing up one instance of what the conversation at the time had been, how we communicate to different people in different ways and how things can be perceived differently depending on the message. And I brought up that stream because I knew you would remember it. It wasn't, I mean, because I know that it rubbed you the wrong way and that it, you know, is still kind of a point of contention, not to rub that into your face as a point of contention or that I cared about it or the topic or that I think you're still doing that.
I thought
It was just an
conversation
example.
starter.
It wasn't to say, hey, you're still doing this, fucker. Like,
Bree stepped in on something that Maya knows about, which is a previous. That person has come back to me when we've talked on his ground.
mm-hmm. Right.
Even been on the stream with their new baby screaming in the background. You know. So.
Yeah, but
Can we
nobody
hug it
thinks
out
you're
without the?
Yeah, nobody thinks you're misogynistic or that you don't want women on your channel.
Phoebe has a
Like,
question that's going to prove I'm misogynistic. Go, Phoebe.
So, what I can say is that Robbie and I have had moments on stream which were
Privatized and never to be shown again.
volcanic.
Privatized and never to be shown
Volcanic.
again.
Owned by
Which
them.
were volcanic.
You were volcanic,
And for
and I
those-
sat there like this, waiting for you to finish. Okay, I won't. And I did like 3 times, and you just kept.
Were you drinking?
There was. No, I was stone cold sober. I don't drink alcohol.
Very well.
But it was, how can I say, it was volcanic. This moment between the Northern Irishman and the Englishwoman. It was a bit volcanic. But I have, subsequent to that, been round and met his mother. Yeah. She is lovely. Your mother is a lovely human being. And your
you hear
daughter
what
is
she
also
has
a
not
strange
shankles.
human being.
Did you hear what
And
she?
your daughter is also a strange...
Right. Very first day that she met her.
I did. I did.
Didn't get the privilege of this, Phoebe. All right, you got a hug.
I'm s-
You got a hug and a nice picture, and I had a conversation with my mother about how mad I am and how blunt I am. And bursting out of the drive, my mother dropped her trousers and mooned both me and my girlfriend as we drove out of the drive.
That's because she's a better person than you.
But here's another thing. Here's another thing that I will never forget. Your little girl showing my fiancée a vat of honey by proceeding to stick her hand as deep as she could in it.
How'd you learn that?
Yes, you do.
I didn't know you had a fiance.
Literally what she did.
I didn't know you had honey big enough for a kid to stick its hand down in it.
20 to fucking 30-liter drums just sitting in the dining room. You just pop the lid
These
off.
are these,
You might
these
have
are
a
just
problem.
drums.
No, we've 30-odd beehives. We sell it. My father sells it.
Here's another thing.
How
that
much
I
funnier
would
is the
have to
addiction
say
one?
that everybody has to go and see this movie, because this movie will kill your childhood, and that is the Winnie the Pooh horror movie, Blood and Honey.
That's the
saw
question
the,
you have to ask me.
poster.
How
I've been
much-
wanting to see that.
What's
looks
it called?
good.
The Blob of
Blood and
Honey?
I'm still waiting on the
Blood
question.
Blood and honey.
I'm sorry? Not you. The honey thing.
The question
The
that
Blood
I'm going
and
for-
honey.
Blood and honey? Thank you.
Winnie the
question
Pooh
that I
went
was
public
going for
domain.
Yes, the copyright expired because A.A. Milne's life ended and 99 years has passed. So A.A. Milne died in 1923, and in 2022, life plus 99 years expired, and there was not a damn thing that the Disney Corporation could do about it. They tried.
Because
they
he
went
had
to
no
court.
estate, apparently.
No, he does have an estate. His estate was inherited by his son. But the copyright law in the UK is the original author's life plus 99 years. He died in 1923. It is 2022, which is 99 years after 1923,
It's
which
too
means
much math.
that
So, is that why-
underlying story is public domain.
Is that why you got all those Dracula movies in 1998 and 2000? Because Bram
Yes,
Stoker
because
died.
that's when soundies were starting to talkies were being made. Soundies.
Yep.
Soundies.
There's
That's
a
what they call
very
them,
important
soundies.
There was a lot of
That's the
hassle with
technical
Bram
term.
Stoker's
Yeah, if you're in the
rights,
business.
so.
There's a very important comment in the chat around diversity and equality. Christopher Mouty has said, no one on the panel has a micro penis and he feels underrepresented.
Then Marty, get your
Well,
ass
that's
in
just
there.
What
That's
I would
just a
like
pun.
to know, is how does he know none of us have got a micro penis?
Underrepresented. It's a pun. It's very clever.
Yeah.
To
It
be
works
fair
on
on
two
this
levels.
issue, Artie is a very well-known YouTuber, and the size of his penis is kind of mocked and also revered.
To be fair, bro, it's fact. When it's cold,
It's fat but
Acorn.
short. But
I
you
will
know,
Yeah,
say
it's
that
really-
not only do you have a diverse panel of women on here, or a diverse number of women on your panel, we're diverse among women too, where we represent a lot of different demographics together. So you got a lot more diversity than white guys here. I feel bad now, like if I was just giving you trying to
Toss a
go
wanker,
the
idiot,
conversation
shithead,
forward. I wasn't
fuckhead.
actually trying to stir you up.
Well, not only that, I have now went into OBS and made the women on the panel twice as big as all the men on the panel.
Hey,
Hang on a minute, hang on a
are we
minute,
still talking about
hang on a minute.
penises? I think I'm the
Hang
only
on,
one
hang
that
on,
still has a
hang on.
penis.
Everybody stop for a second. Everybody stop for a second. I need to raise an important point here. Are you saying that you have doubled the size of my ego?
No, it's just your
Robbie,
tits.
can
There's
I
not a
say-
machine
can I say
capable of
grown-up
that.
Well,
thing,
it's
please?
mathematically impossible to double infinity.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Double
Well,
infinity
I
is
think I need to inject.
Theo-
I need to inject some British
Okay,
sensibility
that's a
into this
bad idea.
conversation here,
It's a bad
Robbie.
idea.
Mandrill
Am I allowed
needs
to
to be
speak, please?
injected.
Go on.
Are you going to
I'm
inject
waiting
something?
for
Or
the. I'm waiting for the. Good to go.
No,
Go.
you
I-
want permission?
you've
Are you
got to-
serious?
I need permission because Robbie's Irish, and if I do things wrong, he will literally blow me up
That's
with a
true.
bomb.
That's a fact.
So
It's been a while since I made a bomb and put it in the post.
Man.
And
That's why you don't have a
considering-
car.
and considering-
It's why you don't have a car, though, isn't it, Robbie?
No, considering I have
I'm-
literally tried to post that motherfucker a mobile phone 3 times, even under signed
don't-
arrival postage, and he still didn't get it.
And you-
I don't
It's
think a
because the
bomb.
bomb-sniffing dogs won't let him deliver it.
Damn it!
Here's-
maybe
here's
that's
a
it.
hand hint.
That's why he throws stuff through windows.
if you're English, if you're English, never accept a strange package from an Irishman. Just saying. Anywho, Phoebes, thank you for laughing at my shit joke. Thank you. This is why I was saying earlier, in a popular stream, not like this one, that
No, girls,
people
girls would
don't
be
get our
better. Fucking
humour.
more over there now.
we've got to bring that British humour in, and I include you in that, Robbie, because you're an awesome human. Art is a dick, but we can
I'm actually
put up with it.
named after a fucking British TV show.
And Bree, awesome. You're
Are
looking
you
really
are,
awesome.
are you called?
on
Are
the
you being
screen
served?
there, my friend?
Bree, can I
I'd
please,
say I was
Just
the
saying-
name of
just
a
saying,
English
Bree,
TV show.
Bree,
you
I
prick.
need
I'm
you
on
to- need
Tiny's-
to know something.
This over talking. I'm on tiny screens until I make it bigger. But Bree, you're looking. Your vid is looking really awesome.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're looking very
this-
splendid, my friend.
We're gonna get a new setup over
Your
here. It'll be a lot
screen
better.
you're on is so small.
Bree, I need to ask you something about, animal husbandry.
Mhm.
Animal
What is the
husbandry.
best
Is that
one?
where you marry an animal?
No, let it happen.
Oh.
Shh.
I need to know,
I
the
know what
best
that
way
term
to care
means.
for a mandrill.
Do what? To catch a mandrill?
Yes.
Mandrill trap. What's the best mandrill trap?
I am not recommending trying to catch a mandrill. They're extremely endangered? Are you trying to catch a male?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
they're
recommend
huge,
trying to
like-
grow them from seed rather than catch one in the wild.
No, because according to UK law, you can legally transport drugs using a mandrill.
Oh. Oh, that
Oh,
sounds fascinating. I'd love to look more into these weird UK laws.
I'm not sure how you get drugs into a mandrill.
You don't. You don't have that will like the rest of us do.
Oh,
Well, I
Phoebes,
certainly
you're a-
have the curiosity
Phoebes, You're a
now.
very bad person.
Yeah. How could you look at a man? How do you look at a
So,
baboon?
just how bad a person am I?
Just coat it.
You're like 9. You're a level 9.
Did you just say 9?
Yes.
The fuck is that? I was this 9.
I like how you picked up
This is
on that.
9. This is 17.
This, yeah, exactly.
This is
9
what I
of what?
appreciate about. This is what I appreciate about Artie. He's observant. He picks up on the small things.
Was that
Yeah,
9
see that?
centimeters?
And again with the puns.
Was that centimeters? I want to say that.
No, that's like 3 centimeters tops.
9 centimeters is like that, right?
Yeah, well, it's no, that's probably more than that. It's
Like 2.5, 3 inches is Where's it?
probably like 4.5.
Is it?
And the other
Okay.
thing I want to ask you, this is another animal husbandry question. What is the best way to ensure that you maintain a good colony of grasshoppers?
Grasshoppers.
Candles.
You need a good supply of grass. Grasshoppers. What I would do if I was trying to raise grasshoppers is I would make a screen out of screen container and just put it out on my lawn, just that sits down. I can just sit it down and let the grasshoppers inside of it. They'll graze in there. They will lay their eggs directly into the soil, so that the next summer we'll have more baby grasshoppers coming out. If I was going to raise grasshoppers, that'd be my route. Do it outside. Do it like free range, not free range necessarily, but like what you do with chickens.
Are we doing container grasshoppers?
There's a
Phoebe's
very, very
sending me updates
strange.
from her friend. I think she might have froze up.
There's a
but
very,
she
very strange French film about growing
Still waiting, still there.
grasshoppers as food.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have a telephone off screen that I don't want people to see the content on, so I'm looking at it off screen.
Off screen.
Is it a trim phone?
That's what I was just about to ask the same fucking question.
I have to say,
Is it hanging on a wall?
doing a wee bit of flashback. The girlfriend has just texted me and said sorry. I know I was a total dick. I just told everybody I was a total dick, and we totally understand, and I still love you.
He also told all of us that you were masturbating.
Well, that was still.
I'm sorry.
Lay in the stool.
Jewell might be
always.
masturbating right now. We don't know.
Anywho, Robbie, you Irish twat.
Big
You've
Irish.
been a little bit ignorant here. Okay, I've actually put some effort into turning up for one of your shit shows, and I thought twice about it because Artie's here, and wow, Artie. So I think you need to introduce me to the people that I don't know, because that's how English people do it, Robbie. So you've got a lady in my top right, and you've got a gentleman in my middle left. I don't know these people.
How we do it here.
You need
Hey,
to
what the fuck? Where did he go?
soften the blow because I feel.
Oh, he didn't even realize he was kicked. He's so self-centered. He didn't even realize.
He's so used to your internet crashing that he has no idea what's happening.
Oh, you can no. Oh, who the fuck? I pay £53 a month, and my internet has crashed like 4 times in 2 years. Go fuck yourself.
Welcome back, Artie.
We also have this wonderful button that is amazing. So it's that, and now everybody has to stay quiet. Robbie's ashtray can unmute and has the floor. You have to unmute before people can hear you.
Yeah, I do technology. I'm really good at the technology. So, just to put that in perspective, Robbie has a microphone with a sock on it. So, don't fucking laugh at me.
Okay, well, just so you know that you're, this is a bandana that my father wore.
Oh, you went there. Now you've made me feel bad.
It also has this platoon on it that everybody arrived home safe. At least
Okay.
nobody died. Nobody died. Everybody got home safe.
Milk it some more. Milk it some more.
Feel bad. Yeah, good. Go on
Milk
ahead.
the teats of sympathy, Robbie. Milk the teats of sympathy. You know, I'm a good boy. You know, the lady in the top right is not familiar with my ways. But
For me,
as an English person,
be more
Robbie,
specific than the person in the top right. Please describe them because I've moved everyone around.
I feel very slighted that you blew everything up. So, but
I give you
know,
a fact.
I've moved on.
I give you a fact. You called it a sock.
I've moved on.
No, you haven't.
I don't hold grudges.
Be more descriptive in the lady that you were describing because I've moved everyone around. Is it the one with the bug, the one with the big blue chair, or Phoebe?
Okay. Oh, I get you. Okay. Well, Phoebe, obviously, I would never dare to. Phoebe's awesome. I love Phoebe so much. In fact, you Americans hate it when I use the T word, but Phoebe is a massive fucking twat. I love her so much. She makes me laugh and giggle. Brilliant. Clever as fuck. Awesome. Follow her. Do the YouTubes. Watch her shit.
Humble.
Bree, obviously everybody knows Bree. Bree is the most famous creepy crawly person on the planet. I'm slightly scared because, yeah, I said it in private, but Bree, I'm so scared. Please don't hate me. I love all animals, all creatures, I really do. I'm a good boy, but fuck off. I will fucking splat you if you fuck with my head. Just say. The lady in the top right on my screen is, I believe, Maya. She's doing the blurred thing in the background. Yeah, that's kind of a bit 2020.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
After Christmas, I'll be doing the exact same thing.
That's a bit.
It's professional.
It's a little bit boring.
I've been
bit
thinking
of
what camera
purple.
she's using all night.
Bit of purple. What can I say? I've no idea who she is. She looks incredibly attractive. I don't know what a Maya is. I really don't. So
Maya.
apologies.
It's Maya.
Maya. There you go. I fucked up already.
Maya
It's
is
kind of what I do.
Maya is well, we've described Heretic as an edgelord. So
I think I might have met Maya before, to be honest.
I like incredibly attractive though.
oh no. Yeah, we'll start with incredibly attractive because they sent me a message. I sent them a DM going, and they were like, "Oh, I have 2 hours to put my makeup on," and I was like, you need 2 fucking.
Especially.
Have
in
you seen him? He's
purple. Oh
old
my
as
gosh.
fuck.
Don't you just hate
Hold
Robbie?
on, if we can, because if it goes on
He's
any longer, if it
Methuselah's
goes on,
big
hey, I'm gonna hit the mute all button again. If it goes on any longer, we will be talking about Maya without giving Maya a chance. But I would like to give Maya, because it's my channel, and I know Maya. Maya is an unknown legend in the community. Maya does be flying around in the background, being the one, right? Like Maya is one of the strongest, most and you know, all what we said earlier aside, Maya is one of the strongest, most outspoken women in the community who is right in what they says 90% of the time. One of them people you are very rare to disagree with. She is strong. She doesn't take no shit. She'll tell you what she thinks of you in the nicest way possible, because we discussed that earlier. But she will tell you're an asshole, just wrapped up in strawberries with some roses. But the fact you don't know Maya is a shame on you, because as it's our privilege
It
to
is a
see
shame
you
on
on
me.
camera. It's your privilege to meet Maya tonight. And I am jealous because you're only getting to meet her for the first time. So everything you
Hey.
find out about her is going to shock you. She's amazing.
Hey,
What are
Potato
you
Man.
reading, Phoebe? Why are you
Potato
doing
Man,
that to yourself?
I'm not disagreeing with you. I've never met this person before, so I'm just like the random idiot here. don't agree with me. No, Art is here also, so
You just call
I do
Artie a
find it.
random idiot.
I find it very interesting that you say that people have to put a lot of effort into what they do before they go live on stream. I appreciate this because, and Artie will understand this because, Artie, the work that we have to do before we go live to get our makeup correct, it's a real task, isn't it?
Obviously, you spend more time on lighting than I do, so I'm more.
What Artie does as an effort is every now and again switches the camera off and moves the Carl, and then waits for someone to notice if the giraffe.
I do that. That's a fact. In every one of my videos, I've done that. That's true.
I'm a huge fan of Artie's new background because previously it was shit.
I'd like to give
But
Maya
now-
a wee bit of talk there because we were talking about Maya and then we went in a rant. Want to introduce yourself to Robbie's ashtray? Oh, definitely doesn't. Okay.
What I will say is that I just heard of a book, and I was judging everybody's responses.
Oh,
And
so
somebody
you tested
responded. Pardon?
We're testing us all.
Stool.
Oh yes.
Was I the only one that reacted?
I think so.
Was the test, is everybody else bored and am I better attention? Can I steal it away because I have ego? Or was it you noticed my book?
I think it's all the same question.
Oh, because they all have
Didn't
different. They all have different reasonings behind the answer. Yes.
Oh, well, la-ti-da.
This book.
Atlas shrugged.
Okay, so Phoebe's officially an edgelord now. Okay.
Oh my gosh, Phoebe, I'm going to totally block
Oh.
you right now.
What, the fact that I decided to read a book by a Jewish woman?
Are you reading it? What do you think?
The fact that you felt to say that, I guarantee you, only maybe one other person on this panel knew of who the artist was and their heritage.
Yeah, that's disturbing,
What?
to be honest.
As a Jewish
a
woman
clapback.
myself.
Yes. You see, you're trying to, yes. Yes. Well, I know
Like
that.
Steve Martin. I grew up a black boy in Alabama.
I'm just going to go off camera.
So, is there a reason you decided to read the Atlas Shrugged at this point in your life?
Because so many people have said so much about this book. Well, I thought, what am I going to do? Fucking read the book.
You wanted to say something about it as well?
Well,
I can
want to say
appreciate
something about
that.
it after I've read it.
I've read books for lesser reasons.
How far are you into it so far?
Because the book is... Jesus Christ. The book
It's like a
is-
Krakauer book.
I'm listening to the answers here because this is
The book is
interesting.
1,168 pages,
Jesus.
and I'm at page 349.
So you don't even know who
Pages
John
are in
Galt
my
is
Bible.
yet.
Say again?
I said
I'm going to count the pages in my Bible. Hang on a second. I'll be right back.
you don't even know who John Galt is yet, do ya?
No, I don't. But I am racing trains at the moment.
You're rating trains.
Okay.
Damn,
Rating
this
trains.
conversation is getting riveting.
And as somebody who loves a train, I have decided...
Okay, okay,
that
I'm
my
unmuting
partner-
myself. We're not talking about fucking trains.
Look, I've decided... that my
Heretic,
book
be
market is
controversial.
Superman.
Go, Heretic. Charlie Dave, have you something to say? Go.
Holy shit.
I'm going to be
Yeah,
controversial.
nobody
I'm
should be reading
I'm
Ayn
reading,
Rand.
I'm reading
Yeah.
There's the one person on panel that knew who
unironically.
it was. Right. Charlie Dave, could you explain to us who the person is then, please?
Ayn Rand is a terrible
Oh, my
classical liberal, I suppose you want to call her.
Jesus.
Writer.
She's an
So
objectivist.
That's what
so
she
much
kind of
more
considers
listening.
herself as.
I know,
That
but
sort of,
that,
yeah.
but the way that plays out isn't exactly coherent.
No, it isn't. She's just
Classical
like
liberal
this.
seems to have some connotations with it. Like.
It's apparently it's connotated to a place that none of us are familiar with, frankly. Where in the world is what she thought
She's more of a libertarian. That's what she'd be called
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking when you say
But
classical.
libertarians these days tend to consider themselves to be like classical liberalists, even though
Yeah,
they're
this-
not. Yeah.
Trolley makes a
even
good.
though they're really,
Trolley poses a
But
good
here's the other
question
book that I
there
have next
because
to me.
the term libertarian.
What is going on
Um,
now that OJ... Are we in 1990 something? What the fuck is happening now? Maya, help.
That particular
Jesus,
word
yeah, that's
is not
1990.
what it seems like.
Maya, help.
Three?
Moderate. Maya, moderate, please.
Okay.
94.
Phoebe, are you bored?
No, I'm just trying.
Are we
I'm being,
boring
I'm
you
being an
so much
introvert.
that like
That's what Steve Martin just called "Screw Up Your Life" magazine.
Look, I'm pretty sure if I dig deep enough, I've got copies of.
I love that you're turning into your microphone. I'm pretty sure that
Get her. Oh my goodness. There we go. Right.
why do I feel like she's the bottom bunk in a bunk bed situation? I'm willing to accept that it's just me. I'm just curious if anybody else has
even
a
the edge
reason
lord
for-
has left. What has the edge lord got to say? Help.
wait, is Heretic still there?
I
think they fell asleep.
just noticed your name.
I might have fallen asleep.
Yep. I can see that. I nearly fell asleep.
Yeah.
I was waiting for.
I got a question for you, MathPig. I got a question for you. My first question to you was, but it's already been answered. It's already been answered, the first question, because I was going to ask you whether you were in the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, or some godforsaken third world country like the United States.
Yes,
agreed. But
Fair.
it's Northern Ireland, right?
I'm in Northern Ireland. My current position is quite close to the very centre of Ireland. I'm very close to the loch, and I did grow up in the borderish area, talking about maybe 3 or 4 miles from the border. Well, not from the border, but from the border town. Had friends on both sides. I did go over the border when I was younger because of I grew up on both sides, but my predominant born religion would have been Protestant. So I was that only Protestant in the village. To the fucking jump me when they found out I was a Protestant.
Okay, wait. Prod in the disco.
Prod in the disco. Only prod in the disco.
Right, because my second question was going to be
Smacks of a band name.
a bit nasty-ish.
After what I put up with, go for it tonight.
but it's a music question. It's like, what do you think of the music of Shebeen?
Not relevant enough for me to know who they are.
Oh, okay. All right.
What about the music of Ainsley B?
Ian Paisley, what?
Ian Paisley.
Only the
B.
people who know it. Phoebe's not even listening. Phoebe, I just shouted.
Mr. Bean.
Phoebe, I just shouted Ian Paisley, and you've nothing to say about that. You're not even listening.
No, look, I'm now responding with an Irish political meme.
To be fair, Robbie, I did just do my Ian Paisley impression.
To be fair,
Ulstershire,
his
no.
to be fair, his joke is based upon the fact that I have already told him that I'm wearing a Paisley shirt. I apologize that it probably doesn't come across that way, but
But
is,
yes,
in fact.
Robbie, did you purchase the Phoenix?
Who doesn't? Recently?
You purchased the satire magazine. Well, they
Okay,
don't
we're
think
back
they're
talking about
satire.
you in that magazine. We're
Print
not
is
doing that.
dead.
No. Heretic, any more questions about where I'm from?
Northern Ireland Protocol, pro or anti?
Good Friday agree. Oh, Northern Ireland Protocol, as
Seriously.
in what's happening now with Brexit.
Wow.
Sounds like a deodorant.
Right. Now, there is a very long conversation because
Very long.
Northern Ireland
in the situation,
Protocol.
right, when Brexit was to be voted on,
The kind of barrier you want between you and your club.
leave links out of this, right? In the context of when Brexit was being voted upon. I am old enough to be running a few depots and being in the know. Good Friday Agreement, we have the ability to move back and forth. Order. In the situation in the company that I'm working in, they're taking full advantage of this, right? A lot of places where I would be, I know people in this business, they're taking advantage of it. I'm not on the internet, so to speak, in the right. And I voted yes on Brexit for, I would say, 30% of the propaganda. I'm not against any sort of foreign people coming and working with me. I work more taxes in some country give me shit whose ma's been in Doler entirely. And the reason that I did that is because I wanted a united Ireland. I was hoping for this special status that we were promised, which is what they're fighting for now in the protocol. We are getting some benefits of that. The reason that I did that was because I know that if Northern Ireland gets special status, then the businesses will have an advantage. And people will bond over money quicker than they will bond over religion. And I say religion in an open sort of term in Northern Ireland. It's not religion, it's culture.
Yeah.
But if you are making money and this Catholic or this Protestant or wherever your opposite is making money, and it's beneficial for both of you to make money. Where we are now, these people will still hate each other, but make business decisions to make money. Then their kids and their second kids, your grandkids, they won't then cure, you know, because we've been interacting with these people, we've been cross-border. Best of both worlds, so to speak. That was the reason that I did vote for it. For the protocol, the benefits that we are reaping for it, yes. I was born and raised in a very staunch Protestant area. My mother made the effort to have me interact with Catholics and Republicans. I learned to drive with 9 bars. And I just see people getting together over money. That's the reason why this and Brexit and with the protocol, it is to a certain point not giving us the special status. But the reason I point out the staunchness, it just come back to me. The reason I pointed out the staunchness is the DUP and Sinn Féin are the two biggest parties over here. You have Sinn Féin, who is made up originally of ex-terrorists who blew people up, right? And then you have the DUP, who a lot of them think the fucking world is 6,000 years old. They're Bible bashers. They're not progressive. They've no LGBTQ rights. But that is who I'm supposed to vote for. And it's not because we agree with them. It's to keep the other side out. This year, the DUP lost. I didn't vote because I didn't register in time. I was 3 days late to register, so I didn't get to vote. But if I did get to vote, I would have voted Sinn Féin first and the Alliance Party second. Because Sinn Féin is very regressive. They are, you know, they are what they are, and I don't like their leader, but I'm not going to hold the leader, I'm not going to hold the party responsible for the fact that the leader goes to a fucking funeral and breaks COVID laws of some bastard that blew people up. Can I just point out that the fact that you missed being able to vote by 3 days is an extraordinarily American thing that doesn't happen in other. No, I'm a procrastinating bastard. My mom.
No. In a whole bunch of democracies, you don't actually have to register to vote. Weird.
No. I just procrastinate and forget about it like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I get that much of it. I understand.
But just to finish up and answer Heretic's question.
I apologize.
Yes, I did vote. I am for the protocol. Not so much. It's been through an awful lot of different stages. Theresa May is put forth something which I think a lot of people are sort of leaning towards now, even though they give her shit for it at the time. It's a mess. I'm more focused on Northern Ireland politics now at the minute with, you know, shoot the DUP and but yes for the protocol with caveats, and I did vote. I think Heretic, being me and explaining who I am with a full context answer, I may have just proved it.
It sort of goes back to the statement I made at the beginning about people not answering the question. You actually answered the question about Brexit, but Brexit is done. That was done back in 2016. We've gone through all of this stuff, and what came out of it was, one of the things that came out of it was the Northern Ireland Protocol. I don't know what you mean by special status for Northern Ireland, but the protocol is there, of
I know
which
exactly what he means.
everybody's. But I don't know what he means. But everybody is everybody's unhappy with the protocol because the British are unhappy with it because it's really difficult to get our stuff over to Northern Ireland, and it makes Northern Ireland more or less part of the EU. And the EU is unhappy with it because we won't actually implement it in the way that it's actually written. So there's all the stuff about Article 16 coming up. Do you think this is going to go so far, having chosen that you would vote for Brexit with an intention that the long-term basis of it would be Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland would come together as one island? Do you think that is on the cards still? And when do you think that will happen? Really?
Oh,
Okay.
very hard because a
I
lot of
know.
people do.
Yeah.
Just replying to a
Or
text.
the
give me one
union
second.
idiots.
Yeah, I think there's some movement that might happen. My personal opinion is movement might happen over the next couple of years if the new Liz Truss Conservative government comes in and implements Article 16. I think that, and from what I've heard, there's a lot of Northern Irish people that are very happy
Just
with what's
for the
going on.
record, just for the benefit of my brain,
Go on, Robbie.
when you use the term implement that, what do you mean by it?
Implement Northern Ireland Protocol. Well, the Northern Ireland Protocol is a
No.
set of
16.
Article 16.
Article
Yeah, what-
16 is the.
I know what it
unilateral
is. I don't need an
renegotiation on-
explanation. But when you reference it, what do you think it means?
Article 16 in this reference is about the UK telling the EU that we are not going to be implementing certain aspects of the Northern Ireland Protocol on the basis that it is economically damaging the UK status of Northern Ireland and economically damaging the UK in itself to
Okay.
continue with this in this way. Basically, the government is basically saying that they signed up for something that was a load of shit in their eyes, in their view, and they're not going to do it. And of course, the EU is going, nah, you signed up for this. It's a treaty. This is international law. This is the only way to stop a barrier from being in the middle of Ireland, a border, a physical border. So
Never be a physical border here.
So I guess my question
Between the north and the
would
south,
be,
there will never be a physical border here.
and this is the interesting bit. Go on, Robbie.
No,
are people still masturbating over the idea of Article 16? Because
There's
unless
an
you know what it
interesting-
is,
A
it's
lot
not
of
that
people
exciting.
are. The government is masturbating over it.
What's
So
the interesting?
when you say the
What's the
government is
interesting part?
masturbating over it, you mean the English government,
Yes,
Fucking,
right?
you're fucking.
the UK government.
You're
Yes,
wasting this fucking injection of weed for nothing.
Artemis. Sorry.
Nothing. Go on.
I'm agreeing. I'm not interrupting. Sorry.
And there's more data. No, yes, heretic. That's the situation over here. Absolutely insane because we still don't even have a DUP for the first time in over a decade. Have lost the
Yep.
primary. Not really that it matters because we have must be half and half. It must be a Protestant in control and a Catholic in control. It doesn't really
Yep.
matter who gets in charge because you can't make decisions without the other. And the fact that the DUP have lost for the first time in a decade, they're just running around whinging and yapping like we bad.
Yeah.
But
It's
what
the
it
beauty
does
of
mean is
religion
that
and
they-
clans.
Hang on a minute. What this has meant, though, is that the DUP have lost their status as the largest party, and they don't get what they've always loved doing, and that is nominating a first minister. Instead, if they were to form a government, they'd have to nominate a deputy first minister. Which,
Yep.
for all intents and purposes, is just a title. But by Christ, does the word deputy carry so much political power, because it means that we're bigger than you and we're actually the bigger party here. Whereas in this case, DUP are no longer the bigger party and they're now party number 2. But what they don't realise is that if the UUP, or even the Alliance for that matter, were to decide, hang on a minute, we'll start negotiating with Sinn Féin here, they could bring in some of the unionist parties and the others, as well as the large nationalist parties, and circumvent the DUP, because the St Andrews Agreement actually allows for an official opposition, not a coalition of all 5 parties.
I agree with you there, Phoebe. That's pretty much my understanding of what's going on. It's an emotional reaction by the DUP going, yeah, we don't want to be number 2, we want to be number 1. Yeah.
And what the election has shown is that everybody has been so fixated on unionist or nationalist, and then you have an others that's finished 3rd that no one's known what to do with. And what do you do if the Alliance Party keep getting bigger and keep gaining primary votes and keep gaining seats, and eventually, say in 3 or 4 elections time, the Alliance finishes 2nd? Do they get to nominate the Deputy First Minister, or does
No.
it skip them and go to the...
Why not,
This
MathPig?
is what I'm asking.
Won't get to do it because the Alliance Party is a mixed party, and the basic version of it is Good Friday Agreement must have a Protestant main party, must have a Catholic main party. So even though the fact that the Alliance would have come in 2nd, they would have not got any opportunity to be First Minister or Deputy First Minister because they are a mixed LGBTQ. Like the guy from the Alliance Party over here is born after the Good Friday Agreement, openly gay, all the rest of it. You know, they can't be because they're not a dominantly one-sided party.
Which is wrong. But I understand why it's there. This is what's been shown to be the changing face of Northern Irish politics. People are not so staunchly fixed to unionist or nationalist when you have others, such as the Alliance in this election, and in the previous election, the Alliance and the Green Party. Green Party really badly in this election, and they got done over by the Alliance Party. I really like Naomi Long, and I wish that she was able to actually do more. But she can't because of the party that she's in.
I know it's anecdotal. Used to be referred to when I was growing up. Most definitely, 100%, because her mother is on paper as Catholic and Protestant, and to the point where it's the cultural things are predominant in her mother's life. The child can make her own choices. I want her to be Catholic so that she can go through the same culture went through. Not so much the christening, but what do you call that? Communion. You know, you get it when you're 11, big
Confirmation.
Confirmation, all that shit. You know, communion, confirmation. Big family get together, you know. kid ends up walking away with about a fucking £100 because all the parents give them sweets and money. You know, it's a family thing, which her mother has agreed. It's an excuse to get the family together, but you can't have that unless you're on papers. Technically, my daughter is a Catholic, but as I explained earlier, I'm from a very staunch Protestant background up until I came to my mother. Oh yeah, I'm a full Hun, right? I've been out in the car with fucking sticks looking for Catholics stealing our flag. What the fuck am I doing here, right? And to the point where my child's mother, I think it was her uncle, went to parades with Martin McGuinness. And if Phoebe knows, and I think Trolley Dave would know as well who Martin McGuinness is, you know. So considering that they are from
Orange Order Man.
Oh yeah, their family,
Order.
only 3 generations maybe from my wee girl, they came from the south. They moved to Derry, Free Derry, and you know, Derry and you've Belfast, it's very split.
Free City of Derry.
All that shit, right? And they, you know, her family's from that
People
side.
crossing out London in Londonderry.
Her family is from that side of the fence. My family is from this side of the fence. And I think it's a very progressive thing because I refer to myself as Northern Irish. I'm not British, you know. I'm in the UK, but I'm Northern Irish. And I say that because I can go for both a UK passport and an Irish passport. I can make the choice on who I declare my allegiance to, so to speak. I can go for fucking both of them. You know, it's probably worthwhile now with Brexit and shit, but that's the benefits that Northern Ireland get. I see the Good Friday
Do
Agreement.
you want to know something about me, MathPig, whilst you're still on this subject? About a week ago, got through the post from the government of the Republic of Ireland my foreign birth registration certificate. You're supposed to say something to that.
Sorry, I got a message. I was looking at that. Talk to someone else for a minute. I need a reply.
What?
So presumably, Phoebe, you've got grandparents or parents that are Irish. Is that right?
Yes.
There you go.
I have an Irish grandfather who was born on the island of Ireland.
Yeah.
Sligo.
Seems redundant to say that.
Pardon? What seems redundant to say that?
Island of Ireland.
The island of Ireland.
That's
Almost
the name of the island. The island is called Ireland.
I did
When
say
you
it
say the
almost.
island of
I
Ireland,
did say it
you-
almost seems redundant. There's a New York too.
You're included, but here's the thing: in the Northern Ireland, sorry, in the Belfast Agreement, it recognises the island of Ireland, and being born on the island of Ireland is recognised in the
Back
Irish
with the way you
Republic
say
Look,
as qualifying you for Irish citizenship of the Republic.
Isle of Wight also sounds suspect. I'm not.
No. The Isle of Shite.
Aye.
Yes.
Where's the Isle of Shite? I work on
15-minute countdown, just letting you know. 15-minute countdown.
Fuck off!
But anyway,
Be more exciting then.
MathPig, about a week ago I got my FBR certificates through.
I don't think you want that.
Not sure what that is. I'm guessing.
Foreign birth registration
Okay.
certificate with the government of Ireland.
Oh,
Here,
oh,
I'm gonna
totally
make
different than
everything
what
better.
I was thinking, but that's great.
Here. There we go. Deal with it, Poppy.
That spoke to me all.
You don't let it in the room when you're on stream. Yeah,
Earlier looked up-
he can sit in the thing that is behind you.
Good
So
night,
MathPig.
everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Can we talk about race cars or something? I don't
Well,
give a
there's an
shit.
interesting thing going to happen. There's an interesting thing going to happen in 2 years in Northern Ireland. And
You
that
see
is-
how depressing that sounds? We're looking for
No.
something interesting to talk about, and something interesting is going to happen in 2 years. I don't mean to shit on your topic. I'm just saying.
That's the blink of an eye in God's world, you know.
But I'm not God.
Well, I mean, we're talking about.
And we're talking about a
Brian.
stream tonight.
Right then, come up with a subject.
Why has Maya been so quiet for the last half?
Can we
Where's
talk
her
about
topic?
the fact that MathPig cannot attract women?
Ooh.
Can we not make that the topic? Is that too? Is that too?
I think you need to justify the
going
claim.
there. We are so not going there.
Does that step on somebody's dick when I say, can we talk about why it is that
Well, I will
MathPig can't
happily-
attract
I
women?
will happily say that you're standing my dick because that's a compliment. I'm way over here. The window's open.
Hey, Bluetooth is a thing, man.
I'm just wondering what Bree was doing in the background in the dark.
For so long. For so long.
You're just gonna have to keep wondering.
No,
It's a secret.
I'd rather we didn't. Did you close the door behind you when you came back?
John Hudson just quoted
I did.
AC/DC. AC/DC.
Okay.
You have to subscribe to my OnlyFans to find out what I was doing. in the dark.
Don't you dare make me do that.
Oh, man.
Don't you dare suggest that I must pay for what I can see for free. I'm sorry.
Did we lose Phoebe?
Yes, they say good night.
Night, Phoebe. Sorry, I
Yeah,
missed
they
you.
We're going to be ending
we
this.
just wait.
I was gone for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's why we're down to like, we've got like 12 minutes to be funny, otherwise he's going to shut it down. And I have been sitting here trying to hide how completely fucking inebriated I am.
That all they want. Nothing appears on stream.
Well, and the five of us, us.
But you see, this is why I use OBS.
But like, I had to see that.
Well, it's got auto add on, you know.
I now have PTSD.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, for me, I've it set for only 6 people. So when that, all I seen was D, high S, and then feet. So you literally are the 5 people on panel are the only people that seen that.
See,
I didn't even
it was
see
it
that.
was God telling me that only 5 of us had seen it.
This is for you, Robbie.
I didn't even see that. I just seen feet.
It was terrible. You don't. You
feet and a little bit of poo. There was feet and a little
That
bit
many
of poo.
people don't tend to be struck by a single bolt of lightning. I feel like we've been picked on special.
We are gonna have a support group for the 5 of us.
No
after
shit.
that.
We're gonna have to have meetings and shit.
It was a bit of a weird. It was a bit of a weird
God,
porn
dude.
bomb. A bit of a weird porn bomb, that, because it was like
You're gonna do
I would've
more
thought
in
more
this.
of a poo bomb than a porn bomb.
yes, exactly. I've never heard of that. I've never thought anybody. And I think it was a cartoon version of it.
Yeah,
as
don't just.
well.
Oh
It's
my
like-
God, dude! No,
But
no,
look, real
no!
people
It
in the
was
background.
yeah, that was.
You know, the best of it is now they're in the background. I can see them, so they're going mad in the background here. You know. in the
Yeah,
background.
that's
Alright,
that's
Can
that's what we need you to see.
Can I join? No, they are just what
Join
you
us,
seen.
Robbie.
You seen the lady on stream? That's all I'm seeing. Is the lady. Haven't been traumatized. I'm just. That's all I'm seeing.
Maya, Bree, Dave, Heretic.
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty traumatizing. Like, I can't not see it now.
Yeah,
I think
we
I'll
we
recover.
have become family.
I feel like I'm watching, you know, and I don't want to like be dismissive. We've been through some shit together, man. We've seen
Honestly,
stuff
no-
together.
So far this year, I've seen you in that fucking thing that you wore recently, and this.
Hold on, why am I being put? I had no poo. All right.
How short is that fucking list?
I had no poo. Right. Lucky you, Robbie.
Yeah.
I,
It's so great that only you missed the part that made it
could the stream
impactful.
hear it? 'Cause he's
Dude,
dropping.
you really need to
Oh,
go back and
I
search
heard
that shit
I heard
just so
things
you can
happening.
deal with what we've got to deal with.
Heard things happening, so I tried to speak over the top of it, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
2 bad words. You know, I heard the.
There were bad words?
You didn't hear him?
No, I apologize for not even noticing that there were. Didn't even hear words. Honestly,
That's standard America. That is just straight up, isn't it? So, what, there was words?
Well,
There was words? I don't listen to anybody. I just talk.
I am just
God damn,
really,
dude.
really
Sorry,
glad
I was just winding you up.
yeah, no, I'm not. That's not even what I'm dealing with.
He's processing still.
I can say that in all likelihood that's been doctored more than a little bit, but it didn't make it dramatically worse than what it actually was. It just made it bigger than it actually was.
We've been pretty steady on the stream though, Robbie. At least keeping about 14 people or more in here at a time.
well, yeah.
That's about as many as he can handle.
Topped out a wee bit. You know, Gur beat me a wee bit at the end for his last half hour. But...
Well, Gur did have a link in their side chat before you did, so I did almost go in there, and then I saw it when I went to literally because you didn't send out any invites or anything to this, so I went in to go into
you
my
lying! Oh, you liar, liar, liar,
No,
liar,
I
liar!
did-
Pants on fire.
I did not receive anything, and it was going in to go in Gur's stream, and I saw that you were live. I'm like, what the hell? Robbie didn't invite me in. I'm like, I'm still one of your patrons.
Dear Jesus, can you make him not blow out my eardrums tonight?
Who's that?
Pig.
Oink.
Okay,
Anyway,
so
we will be.
No, seriously,
and in
that
here,
fucking hurt.
I made the conscious choice to come in here. So
And I will say that Gur came in and give you shit for being.
oh,
I don't
mean,
think
no,
after earlier when I flipped the lid because you didn't think I loved you enough.
Well, I mean, this is like got to be like the superior stream, right? Because like Gur wasn't even paying attention to his own stream. He was like over here fucking around.
I was
think
in
Gur
his.
might have
I
been
was in
watching-
Gur's chat at least 4 times with the stream muted, going cough cough. I'm at 24. You're at 14.
So you're not even watching your own shit. You're commenting on somebody else's shit.
Oh no, I had him muted. I was just in there to give shit.
they're just flexing on each other. That's all it is. Just, ooh, I got a bigger ding dong.
Yeah,
than
I
you
feel
do.
like a testicle right now. I'm
What
ancillary.
you're saying,
It's
what
adorable.
you're saying, MathPig, what you're saying is you bought more bots.
Oh no, I know at least 95% of the people.
I seriously feel like a testicle. He's
You
the
call-
one
you
that
call
puts
him your
us
mother.
in a position to where we have to perform essentially upon command. That's
Dance
bullshit.
Monkey. Dance monkey. Hits the button. Hits the button. Dance giraffe. Dance.
What the fuck is that? Is that a swatch?
It's a fucking cheap ass thing I've been getting to check my heartbeat, man. It's like a Fitbit ripoff. No, I'm genuinely worried about my health. No, you can laugh at me all you want. I'm genuinely worried about my fucking heart, man. I've been.
I got a Apple Watch, so I get it.
My
it
mother
monitors
bought
my heart.
my mother bought like 3 of them and didn't spend more than a $5 on any of them, and this one was laying in the drawer. I was like, a little worried about my heart. I'm not as healthy.
For those
as
of
I'd
you,
like to
wait, and for those of you who think I'm laughing through what he's talking about, I have survived 3 heart attacks. I am absolutely not laughing at that part
Holy
of.
shit.
I'm laughing at the
Yeah.
fact that it seriously looks like a fucking swatch to me,
3
and I have survived 3 heart attacks.
heart attacks. Take a walk. Eat a salad. Like what the hell? How do you
Yeah,
do
that's
that?
that's the difference I need. It's like bless you, eat a salad.
I love the idea. I love the idea that you're concerned about your heart and you've spent the whole stream smoking.
I'm
It's
drinking.
like-
Yeah.
I haven't even had 1 full cigarette since we started this stream,
Oh no, I've
and I have had 2 beers.
It was my birthday on the 1st of August, Heretic, and I announced on the birthday stream that I'm 39, and I'm giving up cigarettes. 40, I smoked since I was about 8. I do have a physical job, but it's more heavy. I could walk up a mountain and back down a mountain, but I couldn't outrun a zombie now. You know? That annoys me. So yes, I got something to track my heartbeat. It's a little...
Yeah, that's not my thing. Mine actually, they came in after second heart attack, my first heart attack, and I was sitting with a bunch of friends of mine, and I was surprised by neighbors that showed up after I woke up after surgery, and nurse comes in, and she's like, "Just want to check on you. Seems like your heartbeat was really slow." And she wanted to make sure you weren't sleeping. And I was like, nope. Sitting in here with some friends, telling jokes.
I work with my father, and obviously... a lot easier to stay thin than it is to... a year. If I can't sort myself out in a fucking year.
There's plenty of options on the side now. You've got gum. You've got fucking things that.
Yeah, I'm not even addicted to nicotine.
Lozenges. You've got e-cigarettes. I mean, there's plenty
Yeah.
of
Saying
options.
that,
Get
right?
rid of the tobacco.
The truth
Get
is,
rid of the tobacco.
the
I'm a
truth
pack
of
a
it
week.
is, I am addicted to joints. I can smoke weed in the pipe and I enjoy it and it gets me high and stuff. I go to work and I bring 3 cigarettes with me. That's it. For 9 hours, I bring 3, and I never get the craving. You know, unless it fucking annoys me, which is annoying. But if I'm busy, I don't feel the need. I like my hands to be busy.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm at work, I'll tidy, I'll reorganize, I'll do something. Factory, but you can't smoke indoors. I can walk to the door, nobody shouts at me. But if I keep
My
myself
problem
busy,
has always been that I work too fast. I do the same things that you do, but I did them so quickly that I ended up still standing around at the end going.
Artie, I worked in the machine shop and I finished all my work 3 days early. So they moved me to fitting out kits in the machine shop. I finished them with still a day and a half to finish. One of the guys had quit the store, so they moved me to the fucking store. I was there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks before holidays because they didn't get anyone else. And I'm now permanently there because I've started to reorganize and relabel the entire place. And my father works there too. He even said to my mum the other day when he was here, yeah, Robbie's even whinging at me for something to do. I went to the manager's manager to find out what the kits is. When I finished work on Thursday, I had work done up till Monday. I had all the kits done to Monday. I was like, I'm bored. Give me something to do.
And you never wonder why nobody wants to medicate you.
The manager of the store is really happy because the end of the year stock takes...
Everyone has always been happy with you.
The end of the year stock take's coming, and I have literally labelled like 70% of the store's pallets of what's in them, to the point where I've even drawn a little map on the front and labelled it with their part number so you can go in blind. After reading the map. I think this is going to make stock take so perfect. This is
I absolutely appreciate what it is that you do in places where you are. Absolutely. But by the same token, nobody wants to medicate you.
No. My mother wants to walk away from me. My girlfriend's thinking of breaking up with me. My dad puts up with me. The manager of the store loves me for stock take.
Look, I get it. I'm 53. I've never been married. I get it. I'm intolerable.
On my Twitter, my tagline on my Twitter profile is a quote from Seven, and it's the old cop who meets Brad Pitt and trains him up when they're having dinner just before just before the trains arrive in 7, she asks the guy, "Why have you never been married?" And the quote that I use and what I have on my Twitter is, "Anyone who spends a significant amount of time with me finds me intolerable."
You? I don't know. Intolerable. What do you do?
I would happen to agree with him 100%.
Yeah, I think it's okay to self-diagnose that.
I want to know what the massive insect is that Bree is playing with.
Oh, it's a bud-winged mantis.
5-minute warning.
How did I know it was a mantis?
Because I can't see it properly. It's all dark, and it's like
I'm just wondering how I knew it was that without being able to see it at all.
It's getting dark here.
Constantly makes me think of a robot. Looks like a little tiny robot.
They're basically automatons. That's why I can manipulate them so easy and make them do things. Because if you can get one of them to react to something a certain way, all of them will react.
Oh, it's doing the crab dance. It's doing the crab dance.
What happens if you blow at them?
No crab rave. Crab rave's brilliant.
Sometimes they'll bunch up if you blow at them. It depends on what they're in the middle of doing. Right now, it's kind of feisty, so they're actually it's more active when the lights are low.
Can you start a campfire for them or something?
Right.
Oh,
Everybody
anyway.
gets a shell. Everybody gets a shell. We're going to start with the beautiful Bree.
Well, I had my show this morning. I will have another one next Saturday, live from the Hive, 9:30 every Saturday, 9:30 Central. But I'm 6 hours behind Robbie.
Just as you're saying that, I still.
Oh, yeah. Robbie helped me out when I had a little panel on, and we talked about Madsonism. It's about Richard Madson's beliefs on
Madsonism.
It was fun though. I thought the conversation was more fun when it was in Robbie, what we were having in Robbie's stream. We took a break to move it over to my stream, kind of lost the flow of it, but that's all right. But I do a show where I talk about whatever. This morning we talked about a supposed alien mummy, and then we talked about the flood of Noah as presented by Robert Weiss, and then we looked at some giant moths. I mean, huge moths that have been found first time ever in North America. So it's always kind of a random variety of science adjacent topics. So if you like that, come on over.
Raleigh Dave with Answers in Reason. Excuse me.
I'm part of the Answers in Reason channel, where we usually talk about philosophy and psychology on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. GMT, though we haven't been streaming recently. And I've got my own channel where I talk about roughly the same things, and I'm starting to get into retro gaming discussion.
Well, I could definitely suggest stole some old capacitors because. Pardon?
Was it 8-bit show and tell?
The black board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great channel.
Yeah. There's a couple other ones where I think I watched a guy. He tried to run Windows 7 on a Mac of the same period, and then Mac OS of the same period on Windows. Although he's not great on camera, but the content.
That sums me up too, basically.
If I can also say, Trolley Dave has educated in philosophy, so
I pretend to be. I bought the paper off the internet.
It's there, all right. You're qualified, all right. Another thing I want to say as well is what I pointed out earlier about a waste of time on some philosophical. Think about what to do over an Answers in Reason. Modern's not right. They have a different approach. There's something that we would do here. They would ask questions that are out of the box and get a philosophical response that would
We try to
demonstrate.
be pragmatic and practical.
Yeah, that would demonstrate a possible philosophical thought rather than talking about solely the philosophical thought. Not the Europa dilemma. It's how does it affect your life? Yeah, different approach. You know, not that they use that, but Artie, give us a shill.
The fuck did you just say? A
Hey,
Rofa dilemma?
I know fucking philosophy, man. Screw yourself, all right?
No, fuck you. I know some philosophy. A Rofa dilemma sounds like something my dogs get presented with.
Europa, No, I can't say it properly. I think I said it right the first time, and now
I don't know.
Euthyphro.
I don't care if you spell it. It doesn't matter.
Should.
I have realized that I have become, for those of you who get the reference, the Charles Nelson Riley of atheist panel shows. I don't really have my own vehicle. I only ever appear on other people's channels as the comic relief during a. Are you
You
done?
still alive?
No. Yes. There's another 3 sneezes building, and yes.
I
it's
see.
building.
That's what I was waiting for because I figured all things in threes and
Oh, it's
anyway.
always 9. It's always fucking 9.
I don't really have a vehicle of my own. I exist largely on Twitter and at the
There it is. You just have to start talking again.
at the bequest of my friends.
Okay.
Thank you so much for providing that. By the way, that's
Working around my panel. Heretic, you're next.
Yeah, I don't need to shill anything because I haven't got anything to shill. I don't really run anything on my channel.
God damn it,
There's
man!
one more, man. There's one more, maybe a half of one.
Now you're just doing it for attention.
I occasionally go onto other people's streams, but not so much now because I'm rather busy.
Under this
Reputation for
name?
CG.
Or do you have a different name, maybe, that I would recognize?
Oh, no, that's the name.
Okay.
That's it. Done now.
Bless America.
Aya.
Yeah, I think it's just like you and Bray that are the streamers here. I like to drink and talk shit in the chat. That's really where I'm most at home.
That's my girl.
I'm so high right now.
I'm so stoned. I really am. Robbie's rolling one right now.
Oh, I'm just finishing
Yeah.
one. I've got a little bit.
See, that's why I have smoked. Most of what you see me hit has been smoke,
Yeah.
and I've had a couple of beers. So on my meds,
I did have a choke when I stepped away, so that did happen. All right.
did I just say oh shit?
Oh shit.
Oh no,
Right,
it's
thank-
fine. Oh, just give me 1 second.
Iron.
So yeah, Gur, just because you pop back in, feel free to try and link your channel again because it's just gonna.
He's thwarted you again, Gur Streams.
I've also added Gurs, so if you do GRRS, it'll go Gurs a plonker fight me.
That's what's a plonker?
Plonker is basically a big poo head.
Alternatively, you just say Rodney. MathPig will get that one. I don't think many others will.
Are you making a reference to Rodney as in Rodney and the 3-wheeled vehicle that? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh
we
yeah,
admit
Big Willie Freeman. Yeah, that's his new name, Big Willie Freeman. Yeah.
I admit that I was too intoxicated to feel comfortable talking about the fact that it really does boil down to the fact that MathPig does not attract women. Yes, it's kind of my callback at this point.
You see, Artie, it's just like a mirror image of Wild Heart, so you can sort of understand it, really. Except,
Heretic's internet cut out when he was.
Ah, man, that was, it's like you're a witch.
Willie Freeman, I'm going to post the link just before we end. I'm going to say thank you.
Hey, whatever you do, don't hashtag anybody.
I don't know what sexual things you're into, but you
Did you just get louder in everybody's ears or just mine?
And everybody in the chat is complaining I'm too quiet on my stream.
Hashtag burr streams. Is that what you said?
He blew out my shit. I'm wearing bows. They weren't good enough.
And thank you. Boom. I would say something, but I don't want to be accused of mansplaining. So.
Oh my god, this.
I love you both. Come on, you're giving me shit. I'm going to give you shit back. Artie's
No. Don't include me in anything. I'm about to tell you that this is why I love you so much.
I'm going to make you.
This is why I love you. I want to hump your bald patch.
Just for you, Artie.
Well, I don't know if you know how this thing works, but that's not going to do it.
Yeah, you do the same as Bree. You send me nudes. Then I charge you for the privilege.
Also, not how it works.
And then I charge.
I mean, that's the neighborly thing to do, though.
I mean, it is, among friends anyway.
preferably not selfies, though, Artie.
Why would I do that?
That shirt, I have no idea why you would even come on stream, but.
Well, the shirt in the background kind of gives this weird effect.
I know, but do you understand? Show them the shirt you're not wearing. Come on. Oh, is it too far at the bottom of the boat?
He was just talking about how his heart's
if
gonna
I go down the
explode.
if I go down the stairs where all my freshly dry cleaned shirts
Stairs. He's got to go down the stairs.
If I go down the stairs and I go to get the shirt that you are referring to, I will also pick up the rest of my nice outfits and show them off, and we'll be here all night. And I'll be doing a waistcoat thing.
Hey,
I really like my waist. That Maya's even killing herself now. She doesn't want to see anything about my nice.
Wait.
Waistcoat
If you
with a
put some
purple
funk in the
backpack.
background, I think that's gonna sell. That will sell T-shirts. I will stay.
I'm a bit confused, MathPig. You did claim to be cis male earlier on. I was like, I'm wondering.
No,
what you
thanks
mean.
everybody. We're gonna hit. I'm literally hovering above the live outro button. We've all done it. Wants to join
Cheers.
and have the bit of banter.
Sis.
Nobody needs to leave this hangout. We can all banter. But I need to stop being live, so I'm going to run the outro. There's the outro. It's on the screen. I'm making everybody. Night. Think for yourselves, motherfuckers.